Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Seats. Okay, guys, welcome to, let's see, this is week 12. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Why don't we go through our announcements here that we need to see. Who's absent today, Cadet McGee?
No one, sir.
All right, our announcements. There's our, let's see, that's our color guard during our, it's the homecoming parade, right?
Yes, sir.
Walking right down Gurley Street, heading towards the setting sun. I like that, with the emblem of our patch, thumb viewed on there. That's cool. Let's see how I can get it bigger here. And on this day, Russia declares war on Turkey. Wow, I didn't know that. Why is that important? What happened in 1914 or after that?
Russia declares war on Turkey. Assassin.
Yes, Cadet Russell.
World War I started, sir?
World War I, yes. Which a lot of people may say that World War II is a direct result of World War I. All right, upcoming color guards. We have lots of color guards coming in the next few weeks. If you want to do that, volunteer. Oh, by the way, if you want to miss class legally, volunteer to be with our color guard, and I can get you out of the things and have a fun time. Yes, we have a good time. All right, community service is the 9th and 10th, a couple weekends from now. Big brothers, big sisters. Good job for that. Please help out. Painting. Do we have any AP teachers, AP students, or painters that would like to paint? We'd love for you to paint. So go volunteer and help each other out in the back of our military studies room, our leadership lab room. We have another frame that needs to be painted. So please go volunteer for that. Yes, sir, Cadet Carringer.
Sir, have they decided who the winners of the pizza party will be for our flight tiles?
Oh, that's a good point.
I believe it was Gunslinger.
Anybody here it hadn't been announced? No, the answer is no. It's been on the announcements, so no, not yet. I'd love to have a party. That'd be great.
Colonel, we won.
We won? Okay, well, good. All right, here is the fun thing about Halloween and Veterans Day and Thanksgiving for us. Is this weekend, to show your school morale, I will give you credit for uniform grade if you wear a legit, in your term, a real Halloween costume. And that's on Wednesday. And if you don't care to do that, wear the professional wear. Yes, sir?
A morph suit counts, sir.
I'm just saying, in accordance with the school, you can't wear masks, right? You can't wear inappropriate behavior. But obviously, Cadet McGee has gotten charge of the grade book, so he'll make the decision for this flight. All right, here is the deal. Next week, guys, is the week prior to Veterans Day. The 5th of November, Cadet Brunel, come here, please. 5th of November is our official ROTC picture day. We shut down ROTC. Hand those out to everybody. Anybody want one? And we have the option of taking personal pictures and your full service dress if you have them, or in your professional wear if you want to. These are the pictures that are in our cadet management room, and that'll actually be showed for our inspection in March 18th. But we're going to have 8 classes taking pictures, and we'll have a full, great big picture done during APT. So Monday, during APT, if you're wearing your T-shirt, and actually this is no professional wear is allowed on Monday. It's all T-shirts. So we all look the same, okay? And that is Monday. The other thing that is unusual about next week is Friday is a Veterans Day. It's the Friday before Veterans Day. And we're actually going to have a formation of our entire cadet corps. Listen to me, Petrovich. Listen to me. Our entire corps is going to be forming next Friday in the front lawn, in front of the flagpole, during APT. So as long as you're wearing your uniform on Friday also, you'll be excused. So we've never done this. Two uniform days in 1 week. I'm making it up to you because the week after is Veterans Day week. It's only a 4-day week, and you'll be getting credit for it if you wear it twice next week. Okay? Cadet of the month, Cadet McGee, I need a Cadet of the month. You got that? And there we have it. All righty. One thing I found interesting today. I went and I always read CNN.com, and they talked about the fastest supercomputer in the world. And this is a picture of it. Pretty cool. But the question is, how fast is it? What is a petaflop? What is a petaflop?
20 quadrillion calculations each second.
So, this is interesting.
I can do that much.
When I was a kid, living in South Carolina, the biggest number I had ever heard of was this number right here. What is that number?
400 million.
400 million.
Yeah, that's the largest number I'd ever heard when I was your age. And the reason I heard of it, and people started talking about it, was because that was how much Disney World down in Florida cost. To buy the 25,000 acres they have, this huge world down there, it's what, 40 times bigger than Disneyland. It's huge, and plus they built entire cities inside of it. But anyway, that was the biggest number I had ever heard, was 400 million. This is before computers. You didn't have 20 petaflops, okay? So then I started wondering about if you guys actually knew something about the numbers. So what is a flop? A flop is a floating point operating per second. And look over here on the right. So we're talking a petaflop, okay, is 10 to the 15. So if you have 20 petaflops, then what should we do? What should we add here?
Times
10 to the 15.
So 15 zeros, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then to find the number, you go backwards, right? Okay, so 100,000 million. Million's here. And after million goes what?
Billion.
Billion?
Trillion.
Quadrillions. Trillions.
Okay, so then I got lost just like you guys did. I got lost, and then I went to names of big numbers. Okay? So, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is a what? 10 to the 15 is a quadrillion. Okay, so 20 quadrillion. This is in 1 second, guys. 1 second. These are operations in 1 second. And what the article just talked about is as soon as they get up to, this is 20 quadrillions. Well, what if they get up to 920 quadrillions? Then they're going to start getting to quintillions. Quint means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, quintillion, 10, okay?
Duodecillion.
So it's big numbers. I never knew these numbers existed when I was a kid.
What's the highest one, sir? Can you tell you?
Well, what is the famous search engine everybody knows?
Google.
Why is it called Google?
One with 100 zeros in front of it. That's how fast it calculates.
Right here. 1 to 100 zeros.
Centillion.
10 times Google.
But according to that, a centillion is higher than a Google.
A centillion is higher than Google. You're right. So what?
A lot.
By a lot. But at Google, that is why Google is named Google, because they were saying, hey, we want a big number. And probably these other numbers have been named since then.
But then the Googleplex is a Google.
But
Google.
big numbers, big things. And if you think these numbers are big, you should take my space and astronomy class, and they have big numbers there as far as the speed of light and how far light travels in 1 second. How far does light travel in 1 second? A long way. Actually, in 1 second, light travels 186,252 miles per second. If the circumference of the Earth is about 25,000 miles around the equator, then 186 is how many times around the Earth in 1 second? 7. A little over 7. So in 1 second, light goes around the Earth over 7 times in 1 second. Yes?
So, what you're telling me is that this computer can think faster than the speed of light.
Not think.
Oh, okay. Calculate, compute.
It does floating, what was that? Floating flops. There were plenty of flops. Yes, that's true. Oh, yeah, much more flops per second than miles per second. Much more by order. Huge. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. All righty. Announcements, pictures, public speaking. Oh, this is the part everybody just loves. You bet, Brudenell, you just love this. Here is part of your leadership training that we're going to start doing here because everybody's real comfortable, especially real comfortable with this studio situation and with the other students out there. They will get their public speaking opportunities when they come see me on Mondays. What we want to do is practice public speaking. We're going to end up having about 3 of you per day, starting today, come up and actually do a public speaking presentation. Everybody's going to hate it, but I'm going to demonstrate it. Basically, want you to come up here and get comfortable speaking in front of your peers, in front of the world, in front of YouTube. And what you're going to do the first time is you're going to talk 3 to 5 minutes about any topic you want. Something you feel comfortable with. My family, where I travel during the summer, how bad I'm doing in my class, what kind of sports I play. I don't care as long as it's appropriate. And the idea in 3 to 5 minutes is you should talk about your topic statement, introduce yourself, and you need to have 3 main points. And then you need to have a conclusion. All in 3 minutes. You should not stutter too much. You should not look down here when you're talking. You should not turn your back to the wall there. You should use public speaking techniques that you see on TV and you used in other classes. At 3-minute point, we will have Cadet Brudenell raise her hand. That means 3 minutes. Public speakers don't need to be boring and last forever. You need to have a sense of how long you're speaking and be able to have a conclusion at the proper time. At 5 minutes, you go like this, and they get yanked off. Okay, unlike politicians that we have.
They go forever.
So I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to demonstrate this, and again, the big picture is the first time we do this, you're going to talk about your topic. That'll be in the next few weeks. The second time, we're actually going to talk about a topic that I choose for you, probably something out of the academics, something you're sort of familiar with, but maybe not completely as comfortable. And then the third time we do it, will be before May. We'll get down to a spontaneous discussion where we'll have Cadet Navarre pick for Cadet Overton her topic or vice versa, and you'll have to be very nervous in front of everybody talking and come up with it spontaneously. So, I'm going to try to demonstrate. When I start talking, you start timing, okay? And again, I've done this a few times before, and I'm kind of familiar with this. So I'm going to let Cadet Petaflop, why don't you pick out a topic for me, and I will talk to it.
What about toenail clippers?
Toenail clippers. Hello, how you doing? My name is Denny Peoples, and I want to tell you about the neatest toenail clippers I have in the world. Okay? They are pink, and they are shiny, and I love the color. The color of the toenail clippers make me very happy. They also are very sharp. They are very sharp, and they're very small. So my toenail clippers are very, very good. I not only are multi-talented, they're not just toenail clippers, they are fingernail clippers, okay? And then also, I can use these toenail clippers not only for my fingers and toes, but also my pet javelina's toes and fingernails. So, the problem with my pet javelina is my pet javelina does not like the color of the toenail clippers, and he does not necessarily like how sharp they are. When they're very small, okay, I have to go and actually sharpen them myself, and I get out a file and I sharpen it about every third or fourth time I do it, so I can clip the toenails of the javelina. And the javelina, my pet javelina, it's actually a big javelina. It's, big, this big, bigger than a dog. And he snorts, and he does snort, especially when he sees my pink, sharp, small clippers coming my way. The thing that's so great about them being small is when I take my pet javelina and my pet boa constrictor on trips, then I can take my clippers with me. And when I go to Mexico and I have my pet javelina and my pet boa constrictor, they're saying, why are you taking these down there? And I can say, well, I have to take them down there because I need to be able to teach my Mexican friends down at Rocky Point how to take care of pet javelinas and pet boa constrictors. Yes, sir.
Are you allowed to do something we don't like for the reasons why we don't like it?
Oh, yeah, wait. Are you interrupting my 3-minute conversation? How's my time?
2:15.
Oh, 2:15. Well, the problem is about these speeches is sometimes you tap dance and you don't quite have the time, so you encourage and you say, does anybody have any questions out there? And what was your question, sir, that you just had?
Are we allowed to do it on stuff we don't like, sir?
You may do it on any topic, whether or not you like it or not. Any topic. Exactly. This pet javelina and my pet boa constrictors have caused marital problems with Susie and I because actually she likes boa constrictors, but she doesn't like the hairy javelinas in the house. Javelinas tend to poop everywhere, and that is a big problem if you've ever had a hairy javelina in your house. Of course, boa constrictors, as we know in ROTC, are near and dear to our heart because we had a pet one about, 3 years ago that we had for a couple years, and he died on our watch. We killed it, basically, and we stuffed it and stuck it on the wall. And his birthday, this is Noah the Boa. We actually have Noah the Boa's birthday party every February 9th. And so this coming February 9th, we'll have another birthday party to be in remembrance of Noah the Boa. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me talk about my sharp, colorful, pink, small paper toenail clippers. All right. So how long was that?
3 minutes and 47 seconds.
So the thing is, I was in the ballpark, but I ran short early. So I tell you what, how about let's help each other out and do a 1 when you hit the 1 minute, a 2 when you hit the 2 minute, and a 3 when you hit the 3 minute, okay? And that sort of makes sense as far as that. Yes, sir?
Can we use the board
Oh, yeah.
to make our points?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it keeps me, you remember what your 3 main points is. You don't want to be a politician and say, I have 3 main points. A, B, and who did that? It was the governor of Texas. Who was the governor of Texas? What was his name? The guy that ran against Romney, a Republican. No, the governor of Texas ran against Romney for the nomination. He was in a a debate. And he goes, I have 3 main points. 1, 2, and duh, I guess that looks bad. And he did that in front of everybody. So yes, make sure you have it. Okay, any questions about this drill? Should I ask for volunteers or should I? Okay, all right. So Cadet Carol, come on down.
You want me to stand right there, sir?
Actually, you can come right here. Let me get the camera on you so you're especially nervous. All right. Cadet Broodnell, you may begin when you would like.
Alright guys, how's it going? My name is Cadet Stephen Philip Conrad Carroll. Today I'm going to be talking about stem cell research. Now, a lot of people don't understand
what stem cell research is, okay? Stem cell research is the study of stem cells. Do any of you know what stem cells are? What are stem cells?
Stem cells are cells from an unborn fetus.
No. Wrong. Stem cells are not just from an unborn fetus, okay? Stem cells can be taken from an adult stem cell, okay? From an adult cell. Like, I could go into an adult's body and take one of their cells, and that is a stem cell, but it's gone through specialization, okay? I'll write that down. Specialization is when a stem cell undergoes, it becomes a specific type of cell, whether it be a bone cell, brain cell, skin cell, nerve cell. Any type of cell that your body contains is what a stem cell can become. It's called a universal cell. Okay? It's kind of like, I think a T cell, a white virus. White virus can take out a white cell can take out any virus. A stem cell can become any other cell. Okay? Yes? Oh, never mind. As I was saying, no, it doesn't have to be taken from an unborn fetus. And what it's called is an embryo, okay? It's when an egg is fertilized by a sperm cell. I know you guys are probably, you said egg. No, it's when an egg is fertilized by a sperm cell, and it becomes an embryo. Or it becomes a zygote, then it becomes an embryo. And when that embryo forms, it has blastocysts, which is just a cluster of cells. It's always a cluster of stem cells, pure stem cells, hasn't undergone specialization, hasn't become anything. It's just raw genetic material. And that's what scientists do. They take those blastocysts, not ripping apart the embryo. They don't kill the baby. They don't kill anything. Okay? They just look at the blastocysts, maybe take one or two of the extra little cells that are in there, and study them. And they're trying to figure out how to... They're trying to figure out how to make certain cells undergo specialization for certain things. Like, if you can take a bundle of stem cells and turn them into bone cells, you can help a person who has osteoporosis. You can literally cure them of osteoporosis and take away their pain because they no longer have those they no longer have that pain in their bones. Okay? And I like that you said that because a lot of people think that about stem cells. They think, oh, they rip apart a baby, they do all these terrible things. No, they definitely don't do that. That's how the media portrays it. That's how it looks. Actually, in some cases, we don't even use embryos. Researchers don't even use embryos. They use adult stem cells. Yes?
Can you tell us about some of the danger or bad things about stem cell research?
One of the things that they're having a problem with right now is transportation. Because you can take some blastocysts, okay? You can take the stem cells. It's just how you get them from point A to point B. What it's called is they'll take the embryo and they'll put it in a petri dish. They'll take an egg cell, they'll take a sperm cell, and they'll fertilize it inside the petri dish. And literally make a baby inside that dish. Make a zygote, make an embryo. Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, the problem they're having is how to transport those cells from one place to another. The problem they're having is how to get it from one place to another. Because I read a story that said that they tried and the stem cells died. Just because it was overseas and the person said, oh, this worked out horrible for me. It didn't work out horrible for them because they didn't try it at all. Because the stem cells died before they even got there. So the problem that they're trying to have right now is whether they need to refrigerate it or whether they need to store it in some sort of special container that can hold them, or they're thinking of multiple possibilities. Yes.
Well, what I was really meaning was that is there anything like side effects of using stem cells?
They haven't tested them on human beings yet. They've undergone they've undergone mice, hamster, monkeys, pigs. They've taken stem cells from all these animals. They haven't undergone specific human testing yet. Okay? So as far as I know, no. There are no harmful side effects. Thank you guys for letting me speak. Again, my name is Cadet Stephen Philip Connor Carroll, and that was my topic.
Round of applause. All right, how long did it last?
4 minutes and 43 seconds.
Ooh, getting long, getting close. Yes, sir.
I go.
Next.
I can go.
Yes.
You would have gone next. I was like, and then I continued talking because I didn't want to stand there going.
Hello, I am David Chase Kramer, and today I'm going to be talking about hats and why I think they're very useful to the humankind, mankind. So, okay, so one of my main focuses is hats are good because they provide style, protection from the sun, and they just keep you, they catch your sweat. And that's good because when you're outside performing physical activities, you tend to sweat a lot, and this can all be prevented by wearing a hat because there's fabric inside that catches your sweat as it comes out. And it also protects you from the sun because it has this bill which protects you from the sun. And they provide style because, come on, they're hats. They look good on everyone. Yes.
That's a matter of opinion.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is your favorite style of hat?
Snapbacks and tattoos, definitely.
What are those styles?
What? What are
Those-
snapbacks?
Yeah.
Snapbacks. Yeah.
Okay, what about
Snaps
the-
on the back.
Well, you need to explain. Some people.
Okay. Well, snapbacks are back, as you see. They were around the 1990s, and just recently people started wearing them again. What they're useful for are they have snaps so you can adjust the size, so virtually anyone can wear them. That eliminates the problem of growing and outgrowing hats. Yes, Brianna.
Do you think that it gives you swag or whatever?
I don't believe in the word swag. Is there any more questions on hats? Yes.
What are tattoos?
You don't know what tattoos are?
No, you said snapbacks and tattoos.
Well, that's what snapbacks look better if you have tattoos. So I was just assuming it's a type of style with hats. It all has something to do with
Like a few tattoos or like sleeve type tattoos?
whatever you want. Tattoos look good. Yes, Becky.
What else besides sun does it protect you from?
Who? Protects you from rain. It could protect you from.
That didn't exist in Arizona.
That's true. It can protect you from dust, perhaps, if you wear sunglasses. It can protect your eyes and your hair and your face, perhaps. One of my favorite types of hat besides snapbacks are the safari hats.
Okay, I think that's 3 months. Everybody get a round of applause. Okay, excellent.
I'll go.
All right, Cadet Brudnell, front and center. I got the timer right here.
So does Ash.
Okay.
I was just kidding, but
Don't kid. Don't kid.
Don't kid, you'll get in trouble.
I'm gonna talk about spiders, cause yeah. But my name is Cadet Brianna Brudnell. I'm not saying my middle name because I don't think anybody should know it. So spiders. They're like extremely scary. Especially when you wake up with them on like right here. Because that happened to me like 2 nights ago and it was not cool. Some of them are like extremely hairy. So, or fuzzy or whatever you want to say. So yeah. I don't know which spiders are hairy, but there you go, tarantulas. really don't know why I picked this topic because I have no idea what about spiders I want to talk about. But yeah, I used to pick up what?
What is the scariest spider you've ever seen?
Probably a brown recluse. Okay. Yeah, brown recluse, because it's just really big, and like if they bite you, it'll like eat away your skin. So yeah. And some of them are poisonous. I don't know how to spell poisonous.
Venom. They're venomous, actually.
P-O-I-S-O-N.
Whatever.
P-O-I-S-O-N.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But yeah, they're venomous, as someone said. What?
Have you ever been bitten by a poisonous spider?
Yes. I don't know if it counts as a spider, but I've been stung by a scorpion before.
Doesn't count.
Whatever. And a black widow. What?
Have you ever seen those spiders, those things that have 8 legs but also have pinchers, but no tail? That's a
I
crab.
think they're called lobsters.
No. Insects. They're insects.
No, I have
Like-
not seen that.
Yeah, those things are weird.
Yeah.
Even though you don't like spiders, what is your most preferred spider?
Probably a tarantula. Because if they sting you, they're not venomous, so it won't.
Some of them are.
Well, the ones that I've seen are whatever. Yeah.
Just a quick fun fact for you. Daddy longlegs are actually a very poisonous breed of spider, but their mouths just aren't big enough to bite the human kind.
Thank you for that, Kramer. For that fun fact. Okay, so that was my topic. What?
All right. All right. Sounds great for today. Keep your excitement for the next time. Thank you very much, there, Cadet Brudenell. So, how about constructive criticism, all of us? Tell me about what you think. Yes, sir.
Well, I think Stevens was probably one of the better.
Well, no, just tell me what is constructive criticism? What's good to keep people's interest? Yes.
Knowing what you're talking about.
Okay, great. What else?
Having enough to talk about.
Having enough to talk about. That's a good point.
Not speaking slowly. And
Not
using filler words.
speaking slowly so that you fall asleep. Yes.
Not stuttering.
Not stuttering. Good. What else? Yes, sir.
Understanding what you're talking
Okay, I understand what you're
You
talking about.
can know as much about the subject as possible, and then you start talking about it, you're like, huh?
How can the audience help or hurt you? Yes.
One of the ways audiences can help you is by asking questions.
True. But adding irrelevant details about the size of a spider and its bite, let the people talk about their knowledge. I was really glad I know. Okay. So Cadet McGee, you recorded who's done the public speaking, and we were doing it. All right, fantastic. Open everybody up to 121. We're going to step through our Army Air Corps, which we went over lesson 1 last week. And I want everybody to positively know what the vocabulary is. This is the last time you'll hear it before your test. Your test on this is 1 week from tomorrow, today. Actually, 1 week from today. And I want everybody to know, make sure everybody understands what the vocabulary is. Oops, did I get that right? Oh. Okay, so from the top, auxiliary. What is auxiliary? Around the room. Cadet Russell, what's auxiliary mean?
Auxiliary is auxiliary is like vehicles.
Read the definition. It's not that hard.
Auxiliary function. And then auxiliary functioning as a branch in another military organization.
Great. Grades, page 123. What's grades? Cadet Stephen Carroll.
Grades are ranks, sir, of any military service.
Excellent. Next, ordnance, page 125. What's that?
There's a military.
No. Just go in line because I'm going to get Cadet Bean.
Ordnance is military supplies such as weapons, ammunition, combat vehicles, and equipment.
Excellent. Next, Cadet Haslam. What's incompetent? You're incompetent. What does that mean?
Lacking the qualities needed to act effectively.
Treasonable. Cadet Navarro.
Is one that involves in violation of allegiance towards one's country.
Insubordination.
It is a refusal to submit to authority.
Bomb sight. Cadet Brudnell.
It advises the pilots determine when to drop a bomb.
Overhaul.
Is to go over carefully and make needed repairs.
Core. Or is it corpse?
Core.
The Marine Corps, okay? It's core. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Branch or department of the armed forces having specialized.
Pursuit aircraft.
Fighter plane.
Gotta love that. Annex.
The annex is to incorporate territory into an existing political unit separate from the country.
Have we ever annexed anything into America?
Yes, we annexed Florida.
Hawaii.
Texas, California, Texas. Those were California. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. All right, I think that's it. Is that not it, guys? Oh, page 134. Logistics.
Is the aspect of military operations that deals with the procurement, distribution, maintenance, and replacement of material and personnel.
We have a logistics squadron in our ROTC. Autonomy. What is autonomy?
Independence.
Independence. Everybody, all right, round of applause. Do it. Questions? Yes, ma'am.
This is going to sound really weird, but on the logistics one,
Yes, ma'am.
if you read it, like, is material spelled right?
It's materiel.
Oh, okay.
It's not just different. That means a whole bunch of material.
Okay. So I was like,
That's different.
that is not correct.
No, that's good. Good catch. Good catch. All right, page 137 to review. Lesson 2. They're coming up to the vocabulary. Will be a very prominent part of your test. We're going to review this to go over this for the air power in World War II. From the top, who just did? Cadet Russell. Who's next? Cadet Stephen Carroll. Sabotage.
Destruction of property by enemy agents in time of war.
Bad guys. Next.
Casualties are the military persons lost to death, wounds, injury, imprisonment, or missing in action.
So are casualties, true or false? Are casualties just the people that die?
False.
Are they just the people that are injured? Good answer. Keep going. Allies for World War II. Next.
Britain, France, Soviet Union, China, and the United States of America.
Isn't it crazy that Soviet Union, who I grew up with, is the bad guy, were our allies in World War II, and now you guys are going to grow up with China being the challenge, and guess what? They're our buds in World War II. All right, Axis power.
For Germany, Italy, and Japan.
And so Germany is one of our biggest allies right now, and Japan, who we nuked, is one of the biggest allies in the East. Isn't that crazy? Yes, sir.
I think that actually their air force is built entirely on what they get from us.
That's true. Many air forces are.
They depend.
Either they buy it or we give it to them. Holocaust. What's the Holocaust?
The mass murder of some 6 million Jews, mostly in death camps.
Next. Luftwaffe. What is that?
Luftwaffe.
Luftwaffe. Page 141, top right.
That would be the German Air Force.
Occupation.
Invasion, conquest, and control of a nation or territory by foreign armies.
Sir, you missed
skipped
one.
Oh, it did? Oh, theater. I'm sorry, my bad. Theater. What's that? What's theater?
A large geographic area in which military operations are coordinated.
I'm gonna be just like Kramer. I'm gonna give you some trivia you don't care about, but you might remember. Just kidding. I'll never look at a long day, Granddaddy Long Legs again. Has America ever faced occupation? Name when? When?
Revolution.
Meaning we were British, right? and we were invaded by foreign armed forces?
Mexican
No,
one.
sir. We were the colonists.
That's what I'm saying. Prior to the British Revolution, though, the American Revolution, we were British. We weren't invaded by foreign people. It was an uprising from within. Yes?
The Mexican one.
Ding, 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 ding. Guess where in America has America ever been, America mainland, 48 continental states, ever been bombed by a foreign source? The answer is yes. And it was during the Spanish and Mexican War when actually we were bombed in NACO, depending on Arizona, down by the border. We were invaded by Mexican biplanes, and they dropped bombs, blink, and they bombed some of our people. So we actually have had the mainland bombed one time. We've been invaded by occupational foreign forces. Yes, sir.
Wasn't Oregon bombed by Japan during World War II?
I don't know. I don't think that was true. How did they get to Oregon?
I think it was a seaplane carried inside a submarine.
Great idea. I've never heard that one. Love for you to tell me about that. I've never heard of that. It's not in this book. Isolationists, next. Cadet McGee.
The nation that does not enter alliances with others.
Infantry.
Soldiers armed and trained to fight on foot.
Squadron.
Air Force unit consisting of 2 or more flights.
How many squadrons do we have in ROTC? 3. Operations, mission support, logistics. Flight.
Flight is a unit that has 2 or more elements.
How many flights do we have in ROTC?
2, 6.
8. Blitzkrieg.
A blitzkrieg is a war conducted with great speed and force, and blitzkrieg stands for lightning word in English.
Combined arms. Cadet Bean.
The coordinated efforts of different military branches such as air and ground.
Tactical.
Involves a military operation that are smaller, closer to base, and of less long-term significance than strategic operations.
Interdiction.
The act of cutting or destroying an enemy's advance through firepower.
And I think that's it, isn't it?
There's transport. Yonder. 150.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All those planes. 154. Transport.
It is a vehicle, airship, ship, or anything that carries people, supplies, tanks, and all artillery.
Excellente. Alrighty. So why don't we go to the beginning? I meant my bad. What's the last one? Material.
The equipment and supplies of a military force.
Excellent.
There are more.
Oh my goodness, keep going. Escort. I cut us off too quick.
Yeah, we found 4 more.
Escort. What is escort? Next.
Escort or accompany bombers and.
To escort someone is to accompany someone. Paratrooper.
Is an infantry soldier who is trained to parachute off and behind enemy lines.
Embargo.
The legal ban on
Incendiary. Incendiary, my bad. Page 167, incendiary.
It's me. Bombs designed to start fires.
Alrighty. So now let's please turn to the beginning of lesson 2. All right. What we're going to do on this lesson is I'm not going to do it like it's in the book. In the book, you have a lot of pages on the actual planes, but what I'd like to do is start on basically page 155, which deals with the actual history of World War II through the end, and then at the end, if we have time, we'll go over the specific planes. Okay, we want to make sure we cover the role of air power, how it was developed during World War II, and the significance of the campaigns. And we need to make sure you realize that the Allied strategy prior to World War II was that they decided that even if Japan struck the United States, the first objective of the Allies would be defeat Germany. And that's always been a thought that Japan was belligerent at the same time Germany was belligerent, And so how do you fight a war on two fronts at the same time? We were always supplying Britain with planes and ships and parts, but we had to have some big-time game plans with everything going on. Yes, sir?
4 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm aware of that. The Battle of Britain was one of the most famous air battles of all time, and essentially it was when Britain was defending itself against Germany, and it was during the summer. And if Britain had not won the Battle of Britain, Britain would be occupied by Germans, and it would have been a nice springboard to come and invade America. The Germans were so convinced that they were going to beat Britain that I have seen, when I lived over there, maps of Britain already partitioned out in the large houses and castles of Britain assigned to the leaders of Germany. So can you imagine us saying, okay, we're going to invade France, and I'm going to say, okay, the president go this, but you know what, you're my friend, you get this castle and you get that castle. Nothing like an insult to a country that there's no way you're going to possibly defend yourself. So the Germans were rather confident they were going to wipe out Britain. It did not happen, and you can see that the British resolve and the mess-ups, the mistakes that the Germans did, kept them from invading. We will stop right here for today, and that's on page 155. We will start tomorrow. Yes, sir?
Doesn't Britain have one of the strongest air powers in the entire world?
They are very good. They're a smaller country. They don't have as many as some of the larger countries.
If they had more planes, do you think they'd be more?
Well, I mean, they're great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know what the numbers are, but yeah, they're very strong, very, very competent travelers, and everything. All right, Cadet McGee, why don't we come on up and say goodbye to everybody here today? Come on, get ready for your speeches, guys.
Flight, attend, HUD. Dismiss.
Go to great